Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gitasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 21st of March. 10 Indian fishermen detained, boat seized by Sri Lankan Navy. Protests erupt across Pakistani Kashmir over move to make Gilgit Baltistan 5th province. And longest road tunnel to be opened soon in northern India. And now for all the details. Officials from India and Pakistan discussed problem relating to the Indus Basin at the two-day Indus Water Commission meeting after a gap of nearly 2 years. The talks will conclude in Islamabad on Tuesday.
The 113th Indo-Pak Indus Water Commission Conference began in a closed-door meeting in Islamabad on Monday after a gap of nearly 2 years. The last meeting of the Commission was held in March 2015. The Indus Water Treaty was signed in 1960 in a bid to resolve the disputes wherein the river Ravi, Beas and Satluj were assigned to India and river Chenab, Jhelum and Sindh were assigned to Pakistan. Officials in the Water and Power Ministry said Pakistan was expected to highlight concerns about the 3 Indian hydro projects being built on the rivers flowing to Pakistan.
हमें खुशी है कि बिलाखिर भारत अब सिंध ताश माहदे के तहत कमीशन की सतह के मुज़ाकरात फिर शुरू करने पे आमादा हो गया है। हम भारतीय हुकूमत के इस फैसले पर भारतीय वफद की पाकिस्तान आमद का खैर मकदम करते हैं।
The talks will conclude in Islamabad on Tuesday. Secretary-level talks on Ratle hydroelectric plant will begin next month in Washington between the two countries.
Meanwhile, Sri Lankan Navy detains 10 Indian fishermen on Tuesday and seized their boat for allegedly violating the international maritime boundary line and fishing in its waters.
The Sri Lankan Navy has confirmed the incident in a press release on its official website that they had detained 10 Indian fishermen. The Navy seized their boat for allegedly violating the international maritime boundary line and fishing in its waters.
என்ன உறுதின்னு சொன்னா இனிமேல் இலங்கை கடற்படை தாக்காது இதுதான் கடைசி அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரியான உத்தரவாதங்களை மத்திய அமைச்சர்கள் உள்ளிட்ட அதிகாரிகள் எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க. அதை நம்பி இனிமேல் தாக்குதல் இருக்காதுங்கிற அடிப்படையில் இன்னைக்கு கடலுக்கு போனால் தொடர்ந்து கடற்படை நாங்கள் போனதிலிருந்தே தாக்குதல். அதனுடைய உச்சபட்சமாக இன்னைக்கு பார்த்தா ரிப்பேர் ஆகி கடந்த கடலுக்குள் பழுதடைந்து கடந்த ஒரு விசைப்படகு 10 மீனவர்களையும் இன்னைக்கு கைது செஞ்சு கொண்டு போய் காங்கேசன் துறைமுகத்தில் வச்சு விசாரிச்சுட்டு இருக்கிறார்.
The fishermen who hailed from southern Tamil Nadu province were detained at North Delft Island in the Park Strait, a strait bounded by southern Mannar district and northern island of Sri Lanka. India shares an expansive oceanic border with Sri Lanka without any perceptible demarcation, and fishermen on both sides ignore rules while netting their catch. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea states that fishermen who cross territorial waters can be warned and fined but not arrested.
Moving on, recently protests erupted across Muzaffarabad against Pakistan's move to make illegally occupied territory of Gilgit Baltistan its 5th province. Lawyers in disputed territories of Pakistan-administered Kashmir and Gilgit Baltistan were on strike over the move. They stated that this is a dark move by Pakistan government to carve out Gilgit Baltistan from India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. They further alleged this is a part of Pakistan's effort to make its land available to the Chinese government for the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or the CPEC. Gilgit Baltistan is Pakistan's northernmost administrative territory that borders the disputed Pakistan-administered Kashmir. India on Tuesday strongly condemned Pakistan government's step and supported the protest of the locals.
If they do that, they are altering the actual shape and legal personality of the territory, and they have absolutely no right to do so. If the people of POK are protesting, they are justified, because of course this means that Pakistan is de facto treating Pakistan occupied Kashmir as a part of Pakistan.
Moving on to news from Nepal, a coalition member of Nepal Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Daha-led government clashed with the police in capital Kathmandu over the Election Commission's decision to remove 2 terms from the party statute. Dozens of party cadres were reported to be injured.
Supporters of the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party or RPP, a coalition partner in the Pushpa Kamal Daha government, clashed with the police in Jamal area of capital Kathmandu on Monday. RPP is protesting against the Election Commission's decision of removing Hindu state and monarchy from its party statute and are demanding the restoration of 2 eliminated terms. Dozens of party members were reported injured as police fired tear gas shells and charged batons after RPP cadres tried to move towards the Election Commission's headquarters to submit their memo to demand that the poll body reconsiders its decision.
निर्वाचन आयोगको विरुद्ध जुन निर्वाचन आयोगले संवैधानिक राजतन्त्र हिन्दू अधिराज्यको जुन हाम्रो एजेन्डा थियो राष्ट्रिय प्रजातन्त्र पार्टीको त्यसलाई उसको अधिकार भन्दा बाहिरको कुरालाई उले हटाएर जुन एउटा हामी आम जनमानसमा एउटा जुन राष्ट्रवादी चिन्तन बोकेको पार्टी राष्ट्रिय प्रजातन्त्र पार्टीको हामी आम कार्यकर्ताहरूलाई यो चित्त बुझ्दो होइन हामी जुन एजेन्डामा लागेका थियौं त्यो एजेन्डाको विरुद्ध निर्वाचन आयोग उभिएको हुनाले उसको विरुद्धमा पार्टीले राखेको यस ज्ञापन पत्र बुझाउने कार्यक्रममा हामी एउटा शान्तिपूर्ण ढंगले जुन कार्यक्रम गरिराखेका थियौं प्रहरीले रोकेर हामीलाई बीचमा त्यतिकै हामीले केही गरेको थिएन प्रहरीले आफैले लाठीचार्ज गरेर बुट प्रहार गरेर.
A day after the Election Commission struck down the 2 provisions from the party statute, it had warned that the poll body's move could ruin the environment for local level elections set for May 14th. Party spokesman said the RPP will start fresh street protests from Tuesday if the decision to change its statute is not corrected. The RPP is the 4th largest party in parliament and now has 37 lawmakers. It advocates reinstatement of Nepal as a Hindu state and a democracy with space for monarchy.
Staying on news from Nepal, Prince Harry attended a ceremony at the Embassy of Nepal in London to celebrate 200 years of bilateral relationship between Britain and Nepal on Monday.
Britain's Prince Harry attended an event to mark special ties with Nepal at the country's embassy in London. At a ceremony to celebrate Britain's links with Nepal, the royal also paid tribute to Gorkha troops who have fought alongside Britain for 2 centuries.
I also draw a great deal of pride and joy from my association with the Gurkhas. Your courage, selfless dedication and professionalism are legendary.
He also watched traditional cultural performances. Prince Harry graced the event on behalf of his grandmother British monarch Queen Elizabeth. He was also accompanied by British Defence Minister Mark Lancaster.
In news from Afghanistan, an 18-year-old female novice singer is one of the improbable finalists of an Afghan televised music contest. It has provided the public with much-needed distraction from the daily bloodshed afflicting their country.
Zulala Hashimi quit school and overcame resistance from relatives unhappy with the woman singing publicly. When Hashimi auditioned, she was one of the only 2 women out of 300 contestants that had turned up.
ما ډیره هڅه او ډیر کوشش وکړ ترڅو تر فاینل پورې ورسېږم. یوازې زنه دا مې خلکو ته ښکاره کړه چې باید هره نجلۍ کوشش وکړي، داسې نه چې ځان سره مایوسه شي وایي چې زه دا کار نشم کولی، خو دا کولی شي ځکه چې هره نجلۍ حق لري.
She has impressed audiences with her bright outfits and jewel-encrusted tiaras, while off the stage she sported brown-rimmed Ray-Bans. Her traditional songs in Pashtun and Dari have won her thousands of fans who can vote for her by text message and on Facebook. Afghan Star, now in its 12th season, gives contestants a platform to make it as a musician in a country which is facing tremendous challenges following years of oppression under the Taliban and decades of war which has led to dozens of musicians to flee the country.
India's longest road tunnel connecting two cities of Jammu and Kashmir province will soon open for traffic following a successful trial run that took place recently.
The Chenani-Nashri tunnel, which is claimed to be India's 5.7 miles long tunnel, is the only all-weather surface route connecting Kashmir to the rest of India. The tunnel would soon be open for traffic following a successful trial run, which took place on Sunday.
Is equipped with state-of-the-art incident detection system, state-of-the-art integrated tunnel control system, and we have installed around 124 number of cameras inside the tunnel for the traffic surveillance. And the operators at the main control center, they keep a vigil on the traffic all the time. So if there is an incident, they take the immediate action.
The tunnel is likely to reduce the travel time of passengers between the two provincial capitals of Jammu and Srinagar by 2.5 hours. The tunnel work provided employment to the youth of the province and is also expected to preserve the ecologically sensitive Patni Top area. Reportedly, it has taken nearly 6 years for the completion of the project.
That I invite every citizen of our country to once visit this Chenani tunnel, and that tunnel is extraordinary. Huge effort goes to the initiatives taken by the state authorities as well as National Highway Authority of India. It's a good thing. Such projects should be more encouraged in our nation so that we can get proper roads, proper tunnels.
Infrastructure Leasing and Financial Services would hand over the tunnel to NHAI, which maintains India's over 40,000 miles of national highways, after its formal inauguration by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the end of March.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. 10 Indian fishermen detained, boat seized by Sri Lankan Navy. Protests erupt across Pakistani Kashmir over move to make Gilgit Baltistan 5th province. And longest road tunnel to be opened soon in northern India. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.